Virginia's Governor Terry McAuliffe is pointedly refusing to take questions today on the Jeffrey Thompson scandal. That's even though McAuliffe's 2009 campaign took cash from the now convicted felon, and McAuliffe chaired Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign, which benefited from a Thompson shadow campaign. When asked about it, well, McAuliffe walked out on our Bruce Leshan, and Bruce is here to tell us all about it. Bruce?
Yeah, I was standing right next to him, patiently waiting for my turn. But when I started asking about the Thompson money, the governor just walked out.
Let's do the right thing.
Governor, your 2009 campaign took $2,500 from Jeffrey Thompson. Do you have any intention to return that? Will you return that money, sir?
McAuliffe was battling Virginia Republicans over Medicaid funding and clearly had no desire to answer questions about whether he had any connections with Jeffrey Thompson, the D.C. businessman who has now pleaded guilty to conspiring to corrupt both local and federal campaigns.
Sir, will you return the $2,500?
Thompson gave McAuliffe $2,500 for his losing 2009 campaign for Virginia governor. But while President Obama, Maryland Governor O'Malley, and D.C. Delegate Norton have all returned Thompson's money, Governor McAuliffe has not.
Thompson is looking to be one of the most dirty funding issues in politics, at least for this election cycle. And if I were advising Terry McAuliffe, I'd say give the money back now, because you're going to have to give it back anyway.
McAuliffe is a close friend of the Clintons. He was Hillary Clinton's campaign chair in 2008. And Thompson admitted in court to running a $608,000 shadow campaign to help Hillary Clinton win the Democratic nomination.
Governor, did you know anything about the shadow campaign for Hillary Clinton when you were chairman?
But McAuliffe did not want to talk about that either.
Governor, did you know anything about the shadow campaign?
We gotta go.
Prosecutors say there is no evidence that Hillary Clinton knew anything about Thompson's shadow campaign. But that may not end it for McAuliffe.
He better watch himself, because if the issue gets bigger, people will look to Terry McAuliffe, who is the Clintons' fundraising guy. And if he didn't know, why didn't he know?
Again, the U.S. Attorney says there's no evidence Hillary Clinton, who he does not name, knew about Thompson's shadow campaign. But that doesn't mean that the U.S. Attorney's investigation of that presidential campaign is over. He spent 3 years going after D.C. Mayor Vince Gray, and there's certainly the possibility he will release more information about Hillary Clinton's campaign, just as she is gearing up to run again in 2016.
So, Bruce, I got to ask you, are you sure McAuliffe heard you? He walked away.
I was literally right here. I'm a polite reporter. I try not to be rude. I warned his staffers beforehand. I was standing right here, and I asked him, and he walked away. And I followed him. You can't quite tell from the video, but I was never more than 5 feet away from him. And you know me, I've got a booming voice.
Yeah.
Right. So he heard you.
Oh, he heard me.
And he clearly didn't want to answer you.
No question.
All right, Bruce.